Hi, Grant. You enjoying a day off?
I
He's
think
off
so.
from school.
Yeah.
But was he off the whole week?
No.
Okay.
no.
Not a good thing. Okay. All right. Well, I'm going to start as we usually do with reviewing allergies and meds.
Okay.
I'm not going to do it on the computer this time
Okay.
but he's still taking the clonidine, right? 2 tablets at bedtime. And the Geodin is 40 milligrams in the morning.
Yep.
Buspar is 15 in the morning, 15 in the afternoon, and 10.
Yep.
Okay. And 250 of the metformin twice a day.
Yep.
Okay. Abilify is 5 in the morning and 2.5 in the evening.
In the afternoon, yeah.
And then Geodin 60 in the morning and...
Nope, not in the morning. Just
Okay,
at night.
just at night.
At bedtime.
Okay.
And the 40 in the morning.
And 40 in the morning and 60
Yeah.
at night. Okay. And then Klonopin
In the afternoon.
once a day.
Half.
Okay. Nexium still?
Yep.
The 20? And then just nystatin powder if he needs it.
Right.
Did I miss anything?
Nope.
Okay.
I think so.
All right. And no allergies that we know of, is that right?
Nope.
All right.
And he has his nurse now that comes in every Friday.
Okay.
Not Shelley. She's
Okay.
but I mean an RN that comes in and
Okay.
does every Friday. Oh, I forgot to bring
Okay.
the paper, but that checks his blood sugar,
Okay.
his vitals and everything.
Okay.
So that's really nice.
Okay. How's his blood sugar been?
Good.
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 Okay.
100, it runs between 105 and what was it, 110? And then in the morning before breakfast, it runs at about 89.
Okay.
So
Good. Good. And what are you seeing behavior-wise? How's that one?
none.
No aggression.
We get squishy faces.
What's this? Okay.
But, I mean, that's just him telling you that hurry up, I don't like it, or I want you to change something. But nothing like before.
Okay.
I mean, as long as we keep his routine. Poor Shelley, she's got bronchitis.
Oh.
As long as we keep his routine the same, his day have, and then the staffing coming in.
She's
doing
good.
well.
Good. Good. And he's adjusted to the nurse coming out and to staff.
Well,
staff.
I have to sit on it to get the blood
Blood sugar. I wondered how that was going.
But I mean, we have to do it.
Okay.
It is what it is. and
Okay.
It takes 3 of us.
Okay.
But each time we do it,
Okay.
then it gets a little bit
Good,
better.
Okay.
And we're still working on trying to get a blood draw.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
Dr. Dr. Graham has given us the Valium,
Okay.
but I haven't found a place where we just haven't done it yet.
Okay. Have you tried the Valium?
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
So
Yeah.
next Friday we're gonna try and give him 1. She said
Okay.
start with 1
Yep.
and see what it does, like
Okay.
right after dinner.
Okay.
Which I doubt it's gonna do anything. He's pretty big.
Right.
And then
Yeah.
if it doesn't do anything, then she said the next time she give him 2.
2. Okay.
We just haven't been able. Either we've been sick, or he's been sick,
Okay.
or she's been sick, or we got something going on the
Yeah.
weekend. We're gonna get it.
Yeah. And so the home nurse is going to do it, right?
She's gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
She's a
Okay. Phlebotomist. Oh, that's convenient.
So that's our
Okay.
goal is to try it next Friday.
Okay. Are you guys working on getting like him used to the tourniquet and that kind of stuff?
No.
No? You don't think
We're
that?
just trying to get him used to the arm thing for the blood
Blood pressure? Okay.
Right here.
A wrist thing?
Yeah, the wrist thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll never be able to get a tourniquet on him.
Okay, so you're going to draw without
She's gonna do it.
just a hand?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why, I mean, he's gonna have to be like out.
Out. Okay.
And if this doesn't work, then we're gonna have to admit him somewhere. She checked in Lancaster, and
Yeah.
they won't do it.
Okay.
So we're gonna have to go through you
Okay.
probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do, but hopefully you'll be able to get it. And
I'm
Yeah.
hoping. It's a lot of tubes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does he still have a period of time during the day where he gets sleepy and naps?
Yep. He takes an hour
maybe
nap.
time nap.
He eats lunch always at like 11:15, and right
Okay.
after lunch he just takes an hour nap, and then he's good to go.
Good. Okay.
So yeah, since we decreased the morning Geodon, then he's not sleeping
Sleepy
all
all
day.
day. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So-
Maybe we could coordinate the blood draw with sleepy time.
I don't know. What do you think?
And they got such sweethearts.
But he's not out enough during that time.
No,
Yeah.
but if you gave the Valium at that, before that nap time, maybe he would be.
Maybe that would work better.
maybe he
think,
would
in
be
the
nice
morning?
and sleepy.
We can try it.
I don't know,
Yeah.
we'll have to experiment
Yes,
with it.
experiment with that a little
Yeah.
bit.
Because
Yeah.
doesn't he get more, his nighttime pills, aren't they more powerful than his?
But his nighttime pill, he doesn't get till 9 o'clock. And we were gonna
The clonidine.
yeah,
Mhm.
the Geodon is what, the
The
Geodon
Geodon,
and the
okay,
clonidine
clonidine
are
together,
what knock
right.
him out. So he's not really getting anything after dinner. So we would just be relying on the Valium alone to knock him out.
Mhm.
Okay, we can try the,
Yeah, it's worth trying the
Yeah, I'll
experimenting.
try that.
Experimenting. Okay.
So we'll have to do it on the weekend.
Yeah, that's fine.
What are you hearing from at Fairfield Industries? How's that going?
You know, Grant's whole life, we've always had problems with staffing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's not having, behavioral issues. It's, I know, Grant, it's more a staffing issue.
Issue. Okay.
He's glomped onto one person out there like he
Okay.
does.
Mm-hmm.
And, so if that person is gone, they
Mhm.
have maybe one other person to take care of him. To
Okay.
take care of him is to run his program.
Okay.
To know exactly what he likes, what he doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
So like next week, she's gonna be off all week.
Okay.
So the first 3 days he's gonna go because the person that runs the room's gonna be there.
Okay.
But then he's gonna be off Thursday, Friday.
Okay.
So Grant's not
I'm
going.
gonna go.
Because
Okay.
I don't think it's fair for Grant if somebody
Mhm.
doesn't know his routine
Mm-hmm.
to send him, what's the point?
Right. Right.
So, but he's not having any behaviors.
Okay.
He likes his schedule. They're working on with the iPad,
Mm-hmm.
some iPad
Okay.
stuff.
Yeah, you mentioned that the last time.
I mean, he's trying it. It's just another activity for him.
Okay. He
But-
still prefers the video. Is that?
Yeah, we go everywhere with that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his lifeline.
Yeah.
So, but he transitions with that, not a
Mhm.
problem. They
Mhm.
take him to like Arby's for lunch.
Okay.
And we got his wheelchair.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mac Daddy. Mac Daddy.
Okay, Matt Daddy. That's the name of the
It's
wheelchair.
it's
Okay.
not a simple wheelchair. It's a
Right.
nice,
Okay.
big wheelchair.
Okay. Where'd you end up getting it from?
Well, Rish's,
Okay.
but his Medicare, Medicaid paid
Paid
for
for
it.
it. Perfect.
And
Okay.
then we got him a Zoo Pass,
Okay.
so we're
Very good.
excited for the weather to warm up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can't wait to.
And then we're gonna try to take him to the mall
Okay.
with it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're only gonna use it for outings,
Oh,
not
needs
for
right.
anything
Right.
else.
Yeah.
But that way
Yeah.
he feels kind of secure,
Sure. Mm-hmm.
and he doesn't have the ability to run.
Right. Right.
So, or sit and not.
Yeah. Knock it up. He has to move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does he
Yeah,
like
we're
it?
talking about you.
Has he used it? Does he like it?
He said.
He's at it.
I got a picture of him on my phone.
But he'll get used
He'll
to
get
it.
used to it. And he
Like
likes
the-
going to the zoo.
I don't know.
Oh,
I've never been there.
Oh.
We're gonna find out.
Oh.
When he was little, he liked going to the aquarium and
Okay.
sitting and
Mhm.
watching. But I think it's gonna open up a whole new world for him with the
Okay.
wheelchair.
Good.
So,
Good. That'll be nice to hear how he does with
yeah.
that and how that goes with the outings. Besides the Arby's, do they take him any place else at the industries?
They don't really haven't done anything during the winter because it's hard
Okay.
for them in the winter and staffing. We're
Mhm.
back to the staffing issue
Sure,
again.
okay.
Once the weather gets nice, they're gonna they do picnics and stuff
Okay.
like that. But it's usually quick.
Quick and right,
Quick
right there
trips.
and
Yeah,
they go
so,
to, okay.
Doesn't like the swimming anymore. I think it's
Oh, really?
it's
Okay.
from when he was younger. He
Okay.
associates that.
Okay.
There, I mean, he'll swim at home
Oh,
once we get
okay.
the pool going.
That's right, because you have a pool in the summer.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
but he has his routine there.
Okay.
The laundry, he delivers stuff, they walk the hallways for
Okay.
exercise.
Okay.
He does the iPad. They built a cafe and he goes every lunch down
Okay.
to the cafe. And he tolerates noises better.
Noises, okay, yeah, because that was a big issue
Yeah.
earlier. Yeah.
But I've not had any complaints. The paperwork
Okay.
has always come back fine.
Okay.
I mean, he's finally found his niche, I think.
Good. It sounds like he's happy there.
He's happy.
Good. Glad to hear it. And at home you said no behaviors.
No,
Um,
no, no.
Yeah.
No,
very quiet. And sleeping?
fine.
Fine? Falling asleep?
Fine.
Staying asleep like you need him to?
Yep,
Okay.
I mean, yeah,
Doing
happy,
like-
healthy, and
okay.
where we wanted him to be all
Very-
these years.
Great. That's
Yeah,
really
he's
good.
happy with himself,
Mm-hmm.
so.
And any health concerns, any problems with
We're having some, stomach issues.
Okay.
We've talked about this. First I thought it was a metformin because
Yeah.
that's thing that,
Right.
I mean, we're
Give me a side-
talking like
Mhm.
lots.
Okay.
But then I noticed in his lunch, he gets a small mac and cheese every day. And
Okay.
I'm thinking it has something to do with the pasta.
Okay.
Because if I limit the mac and cheese,
Okay.
he doesn't have the chronic diarrhea.
Yeah. Do you think it's related to dairy? How about if he has other?
No,
it's not
it's
the cheese.
just the mac and cheese.
Okay.
I think it's the pasta in the mac and cheese.
Okay. Okay.
Because I've been
Experimenting.
and he loves macaroni and cheese. So,
Mhm.
um,
So kind of have to play with
I don't know
that.
if it's that or
Mhm.
the metformin.
Metformin. Metformin can. A lot of times though, after the folks have been on it for a while, they're used to it, and so you're not seeing. Did you see the chronic diarrhea right away?
See, that's why we backed him down.
Right. Right.
From
And
2
then-
pills to
to
one,
and then when
splitting
we,
it.
but did when we went to that, did you still had?
Yes,
Okay, so it might be.
I think it's the pasta because he hasn't had pasta for 3 days and he's had normal.
Okay. Okay.
For him, it's
Him
not the
normal. Okay.
constant. I
Okay.
mean, it was painful. It looked like it was painful.
Painful. Okay.
It was almost like the dry heaves, but the
Yeah,
other way.
the other way. How's the Nexium doing with the
Fine,
reflux?
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, we're not throwing up or anything like that.
Okay. Good. Good. He seems to like he's doing really well. Very nice and healthy. Last time you talked about his feet swelling some. Is that still an issue?
Yeah, that's the nurse checks that when
Okay.
she comes in on Fridays, and I think it's
Okay.
just part of him he sits a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he gets up and paces back and forth, but it's not like walking.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
yeah, I mean, they watch it, we
Mhm.
poke his feet to check to make sure.
Make sure. Okay.
Yeah. So,
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, let me grab my stethoscope because I forgot to bring that in.
Okay.
And I'll examine him.
Okay.
We'll do ears and absolutely yes. Yeah. Hang on for just a sec. All right, Grant. Let's take a look at you, buddy. You guys have plans for Easter?
Logan's coming. Logan's at a job interview this afternoon.
Oh.
Like his first job interview. So.
Really? Now, what is he?
IT.
IT? Well,
Yeah.
he should be able to get a job.
I hope so.
So you're gonna have everybody home?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Okay, Grant. You turn it down, do you think?
Yeah.
How do you?
It's on the side. The other side.
Oh. Oops. Sorry, Grant.
There you go.
Maybe it's down. No, there we go. Okay. What are you watching?
Shark Tales.
Oh.
Grant's doing a good job.
You are. You like Shark Tales?
Good job, Grant.
All right, lean forward for me, buddy. Big breath. Go.
Say nope.
I know. I keep
I
trying.
know. Nope.
Very good, Grant. Let's take a look in your ears.
Good job, Grant.
You're doing great. Know what your problems recently?
Yeah.
Oh, which ear? Both or?
I think it's the one you're in right now. Is it that one? I can't remember.
Doesn't looks okay, but it looks like
Okay.
it's probably still. I mean, it's not still infected, but
It's red.
no, it's not red.
Fluid.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
One of them was red the other day. I checked. I can't remember.
Okay. Very good, Grant. Very good. You open my up for me? Ah.
No, but you can look up his nose.
Okay. Very good. All right. You
Are
look
they
great.
clear?
Mhm.
Okay.
And any concerns with shaking, tremoring,
Not
anything?
since we adjusted the metformin.
Okay.
Because it has, it helps him digest his medicine in a certain
Mhm.
way.
So
Yeah.
he's doing well with that.
Yeah.
So, good job, Grant. Right. All right. Well, we'll keep trying to get his blood work,
Uh-huh.
and I don't think we need to make any changes med-wise.
No.
We could certainly try if the diarrhea comes back, tweaking the metformin.
Is there another medication? No.
No.
I can tell you he has to have it because without it,
It-
it helps his digestive system somehow with the medication because we get the tremors.
Mm-hmm.
And then he eats too much.
Right. His
He
appetite
gorges
really,
himself.
yeah. So, but if if you get the diarrhea again, and if we might want to do some other looking, especially if you can get some blood work, we
Okay.
could look at some other causes, because we haven't been able to look for like celiac or anything
I
like
was just
that.
thinking that same thing, but
Yeah.
how would I take all his wheat away from him? I mean, everything
know.
he eats
No.
is starches.
Yeah.
We won't go there.
Yeah. Okay. We won't go there.
We won't go there, not
Okay.
right now.
But and we would have to be able to get blood work, to be able to test for that. So let's see what happens as you limit the mac and cheese
Okay.
and look at that. But I think he's doing
No, he's doing
Really well.
extremely well.
Yeah.
Extremely well. I
Yeah.
mean, he's got his routine, he's got his pace,
It's-
he's got,
mhm.
he adjusts well to things. If he doesn't like it, he tells you in an appropriate way.
Mhm.
Well, he'll growl at you, but I mean, it's not. The other day, Mike came in and was
Okay.
like, "Wah!" And he was trying to watch a movie, and it was like 8:30 at night, and he growled at him, and Mike's like, "Ooh, sorry." I mean, he has a way now, it's not over
Right.
the top like
Mhm.
it used to be.
Mhm.
There's no raging, no
Into-
ripping,
right. Mhm.
It's like, dude, you're in my space, and be
Mhm.
quiet, and everybody goes, all right. So I mean, and they use,
He knows.
yeah.
I know. Look at that. I know.
He knows.
His picture book, they use it
Mhm.
religiously out there.
Okay.
He takes it, he picks it up.
Okay.
Like when we were getting out of the van, that's his thing.
His thing. And does he offer you pictures?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
at lunchtime, he actually thinks to Dr., Michelle. I mean, he actually takes it and flips through the
To
book,
the book. Okay.
finds what he wants.
Once.
If
Okay.
he gets frustrated, we stand him at the book and say, what does Grant want? And he'll pull through his
Okay.
pages.
And until he finds it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
so that's why I don't think the iPad he's not gonna associate.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
more of an activity
be-
for him than,
There's actually been some research looking at that. I've seen at least one study, and the pictures were better.
well, that's what he started
Mhm.
on. And
Yep.
if it works for him, why
Yep.
change it?
Exactly.
Why change
Yep.
it? He's
Yep.
22 years old almost.
Right.
and I'm not gonna upset his
Mhm.
world because I think he needs to use an iPad.
iPad. Right. Right.
We
Yeah.
have one, he can play with it, which
Mhm.
he, pushes
Pushes
it
it
away.
away.
Very nicely pushes it away.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, I'm talking about,
Yeah, Mom's talking
Yeah,
about
Grant's
waiting
kind of
for-
like, okay.
summer and spring to come because he's got winter fever right now.
Everybody
He's got
does.
Cabin
Outside.
fever.
Yeah.
He's kind of bored. And
Yeah.
remember this time every year we would have huge behavioral spikes?
Mhm. Yeah.
He's doing so well.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, I'm so happy.
Yeah.
So, very, very
Yeah.
good.
And I'm not even worried about the potty training.
Okay.
I don't see a point in it at this.
Mhm.
I don't
This
think,
stage.
it's too many steps.
He might get there. I mean, there might be.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
It's too many,
You don't think
Too
so,
many
do
steps.
ya?
Yeah.
it's too many,
Mhm.
I think I'm too tired.
Tired.
I'm
Well,
too
that's
old
okay.
and too
That's
tired.
okay. It's not a priority. I mean, you gotta,
Yeah.
It's
I-
easier just to change him.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't know any different,
Mhm.
so I'm not sure,
Mhm.
you know.
You guys seem to have a really good routine and a really good system going right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's great.
No, his life's pretty good.
Good.
And if Grant's life's good, everybody's
Everybody's
life
life's
is good, even yours.
Good. Yes. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Grant.
Grant's life's good.
So,
Good. Well, thank you very much for doing this.
No problem.
It's great. I think it's great to be
If you
able
wanna
to
ask
see.
us anything else, we're open to.
Do you want to talk a little bit about what your goals are for Grant, and where would you like to see him in 5 years or so, or kind of the next stage?
Well, 5 years ago, I didn't think we would be where we are.
Mhm.
And so, the next stage for a 22-year-old isn't a stage that I want to think about would be what
Mhm.
happens to us when we pass away.
Mm-hmm.
I can't even discuss it in my house right now.
Mhm.
5 years from now, I'm hoping that he does a little bit more activity at his day hab.
Okay.
We're only, a year and a half
Mhm.
into it.
Yeah.
And staff's just getting to know him and
Mhm.
getting to know Grant's routine. I'm hoping that they would be able to push the limits a little bit with him.
Okay. Get him to do a little bit more.
I think he can do way more
more, okay.
than what he's
Mhm.
asked to do.
Mhm.
But,
Well, you've always been able to get him to do way
Yeah.
more at home.
but the size is intimidating.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
once you get past his size,
Mhm.
he's fine.
Mm-hmm.
5 years from now, I hope he's happy and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all we ever wanted for Grant, was to be healthy and happy.
Mm-hmm.
And he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. And to be part of our family.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not looking to put him in a place where somebody else takes care of him.
Mm-hmm.
That's not what I want. I mean, I know eventually we'll have to get there someday, but not right now.
Oh, no. Okay.
You know, 5 years from now, I mean, if we're gonna be honest, I hope that the programs are more catered to individual needs, because they're all different.
Mm-hmm.
Not every autistic person is the same.
Right.
The spectrum is way too huge.
Yeah.
You know, we can get into the studies and everything that's on
Right.
TV and the numbers. I think the numbers are not correct.
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, the spectrum is way too broad. I think if you want to see the face of autism, come to my house. He could be the poster child for that.
Right.
But yeah,
Right.
we're very happy with where Grant is
Yeah.
now, and he's happy, and that's the most important
What to think? Right. I think he's made it. You guys have made a great transition. I think for him
But it
into
was
the adult
scary.
services.
And it was
Yeah.
hard. You were there with us.
Yeah.
It was hard.
Yeah.
Puberty was hard for Grant.
Hard.
You've made a transition also from your pediatrician to a family doc now for
Right.
him too.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on how that went? And
Well, we were lucky because the pediatrician and our family doctor is all in the same building.
okay,
So really, it's just the files got
moved.
moved from
Okay.
one hallway to the other.
Mhm.
So if Dr. Graham ever has a question, she can always go
Okay.
to Dr. Laus, and they work pretty
Mhm.
well together. Dr. Graham really doesn't know Grant the way Dr. Laus did,
Mm-hmm.
because he hasn't.
It hasn't been sick.
Yeah,
Okay.
we haven't
Okay.
needed to,
Mhm.
and all his medication is handled through
Mhm.
you, so you can't go anywhere.
I'm not planning
You
to.
can't go
I'm not
anywhere,
planning to.
we'll just follow you wherever you go. I don't care if he's 40, we're still gonna follow you. She's retired. No, she's not.
Still gotta take care of you.
We'll work on that part.
Yeah.
None
But-
of us are allowed to leave.
We're just really happy
Okay.
with where
Good.
he's at.
Good.
So, like I said, it's important for him to be well-rounded, and I think he is.
Mhm.
I think he is where he needs to be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So-
He's doing great.
Yeah. If you ask me what he does out there, this is funny. If somebody asks me, well, what does he do out there? Well, whatever Grant wants to do out there.
Okay. Mhm.
It's Grant's schedule. It's not somebody telling him
Him
what
what
he
to-
has to do.
Mhm.
I mean, he does different activities, but it's not like you have to do this,
Right.
and if you don't do this, we have rages and
Right.
shoes come off and clothes come off.
Yeah.
He's his own person, and he
Mhm.
gets to decide, no, I don't want to do that right now, or yeah, I'll try that right now.
Mhm.
And there's days that he doesn't want to do things, and they don't push him.
Mhm.
And there's days that he's more open to
Mhm.
things, and those are the days that they do a little bit more.
More. Okay.
Take him somewhere, or
Mhm.
instead of him just going to the cafe by himself, then they'll bring maybe 2 other
Okay.
people.
Okay.
So-
So that's how they kind of
Yeah.
push it a little bit
So
for him.
that's nice.
Mhm.
That's nice that when I put him
Mhm.
on that bus, I don't have to worry about, is he gonna hurt somebody, is somebody gonna
Right.
hurt him?
Right. And those
Yeah.
were all things you went through before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they listen to what I say.
Yeah.
They listen when they'll say, well, this isn't working, then I'll say, well, let's try this, and they'll go, okay, and they
Okay.
try it,
Good.
and
Mhm.
if it works, great, if not, we try
Mhm.
something different, so, but yeah, I mean, we don't have to push Grant,
Mhm.
because as a parent, this is Grant.
And mhm.
This is Grant, so
Mhm.
it's not like I'm gonna try
Right.
to push him into something
Something
that
he's
he's
right.
not.
Right. Well, I
So,
think this has worked. I mean, this is working well for him, and
Yeah,
I'm glad that you were able to find that kind of setting, because I know that was a big concern.
yeah, there's not a lot of adult
Yeah.
things out there for
Right.
people with severe autism,
Mhm.
because he can't go out to the workforce, he can't
Mhm.
have a work coach or a life coach, but he is participating,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's what we wanted,
But it, right.
and he likes his schedule,
Right.
so,
You've told me before that he doesn't like it when there's days off.
no, he likes his routine, he's very
Mhm.
routine oriented, so, I mean, a couple days is fine, but when
Mhm.
we get into like 3, 4, 5, he gets
Okay.
anxious and
Mm-hmm.
doesn't understand, well, why aren't I getting on my bus, and why aren't I
Mhm.
going out there to those,
Yeah.
to my people out there,
There, uh-huh.
and he has his own life, and it's his.
Well, good.
It's his. we're gonna take him down to Logan's graduation.
Are you?
He's not gonna go to the graduation,
Okay,
but Shelley's gonna drive down in his van
okay.
to Logan's apartment, and he's gonna be with the family for the
Okay.
for the food
Food
and
and-
the fun,
All the good parts.
and everybody's
Yeah.
excited that he
Yep.
gets to be a part of it.
Nice.
So, yeah.
He is part of the family.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's all we
Good.
wanted for him.
Well, I think he's doing great.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
and I appreciate this. Anything else that you want to say?
Just no. I mean, we're happy to do it for you if you ever want us to do anything like this again, or you have any questions.
Okay.
We'll come on up and.
Well, thank you.
Yeah,
I so
I mean, I think
appreciate
it's
this.
important to see all the different levels of
Mhm.
autism.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that they all function at a different
That-
level.
yep.
And every one of their lives are important.
Yep.
They are important. They may not look important to you, but they are important to the people that love them. So
Yes. Yeah.
anyway.
Oh, yes.
Well, Grant, I will say that besides Grant being important for you guys, I think all of us who have helped you take care of Grant have learned things. I mean, Dr. Spader and I have learned things from Grant, and all of my colleagues seem to kind of know Grant.
Yeah.
Even if they haven't
Usually
seen.
anybody that knows us, we have, I kind of have that effect.
No, I've just kind of we've talked about Grant, and so I think that we've all learned things from Grant and from watching your journey.